I'm here writing down number, well, I dropped my pen, so writing down number 66, YouTube live yoga routine. I just put number 66, but so I have a calendar right there. So this is number 66, YouTube live yoga routine, and that means less than 300 to go. Easy as pie. I don't know if that's the same. Easy as pie. If that's the same, I think that is the same. I don't know what it means. Make it cut the pie. It's easy to cut the pie. I don't know. So I have less than 300 more yoga routines to go. And I was thinking last night and this morning that I might have to change the time from 5:30 a.m. to 5:15 a.m. or 5 o'clock. Either way, that won't affect the 5:30 because you can always just watch it at 5:30 if I do it at 5. Not at 5:15 because I'll be in the middle of it. So we're going to go back to the original yoga routine today. I'll remind myself of what it is. I have everything written down here. Yeah. So we're going to begin in mountain pose. And in mountain pose, you're settling and gaining the mindset of a mountain, right? I mean, that's the mountain. The mountain doesn't have a mindset, but that's the mindset you're gaining, is firmness, oneness with the earth, because we are one with the earth as well. Then we're going to do 4 sun salutations, standard sun salutations with the low lunge. And then we're going to do the tree, the king dancer, and we're going to go in an easy pose, and we're going to wind down and seal it up with the yoga seal. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to go into mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Back is straight. No tension in the arms, no tension in the shoulders, no tension in the neck. And you're going to lengthen up. So get yourself lengthened. Just focus on the breathing. Now remember, you're focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing, which makes you aware of the movements. Makes you aware of what's going on in the body. Makes you aware of what's going on around you. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focused on the breathing. That's the focus point. So you bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. When I push my arms up and back, staying in the symbolic hand gesture of the prayer. For me, I go out a little bit. You can go out if you like, or your arms can go up. Whatever you like to do. Thumbs to the heart center. Push your arms out, up and back. It's the first stretch, so go nice and easy. Focus on the breathing. Inhaling, then exhale. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. You're just going to fall into the ragdoll. With the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling, and there's no tension anywhere. And in this pose, you're not pulling yourself down, you're not trying to be somewhere. Just let the body go where it goes, and just focus on the breathing. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale slowly. And then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale slowly. Inhale as much as you can. And then pull yourself in and down and push all the air out. And again, Arch the back, raise the head, inhale slowly. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, with the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square and pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arch to your palms or maybe to your fingertips. Wherever you can be, that's where you accept. You accept where you are, making sure the front knee is not over the toe. You just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, you're going to curl the toes under, knee goes up into a high lunge. We're not going to stay in high lunge. We'll settle here just for a second or two. Then move into downward dog. Downward dog, you're pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones go to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. You're focused on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees in the chest. You slide up. The upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. And just modify how you have to. If you need to go to the small cobra, this is the small cobra. Chest is off the floor. Palms are off the floor. Now, the palms are technically touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. You're using your back muscles pulling up. Back muscles are pull muscles. That's what you're using. And then back to downward dog. Downward dog, you're pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose. And you push it right to the spot right before you feel like you can't go anymore. You find that spot. Accept where you are. And just focus on the breathing. Now left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. So the foot that you took back is the foot you bring back up. That allows you to do the other side. So with the back foot, foot's to top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, and maybe to your fingertips or your palms. Maybe you're leaning a little bit. Wherever you are, just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Now make sure the front knee is not over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up some. Just focus on the breathing. Accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up into a high lunge. So here for a second or two, we're not going to stay in it. And then we'll move into the standing forward bend, pulling yourself in and down, letting yourself breathe. When you inhale, the belly swells with air. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, you go back into the pose. Let yourself go back into the pose. You're aware of that movement, but you're not focused on it. You're focused on the breathing. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. Pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing, aware of that subtle movement of the belly going in and out. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. Again, with the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, making sure the knees not over the toe, back is straight, maybe arch, maybe to your fingertips. If not, you're going to go down to the palms. Just settle in the pose, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. So here for a second or two. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose. So you're pushing right to the spot right before you feel like you can't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up, or modify it how you have to, and just focus on the breathing. Back to downward dog, pushing into it, arms are straight, legs are straight, heels towards the floor, tailbones to the ceiling, and focusing on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now, right foot is up between the hands, low lunge with the low lunge with the back foot. Top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back straight, maybe arch. Make sure the front knee's not over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up some. To your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. Keep on saying that, focus on the breathing, focus on the breathing. That's the link that allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, high lunge, knee goes up, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down, let yourself breathe, and just focus on the breathing. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push it down and out, exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe in this pose. You are pulling yourself in, but you're letting yourself breathe. The belly swells with air when you inhale. Belly goes in when you exhale. Left leg is back into a low lunge. Again, with a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, making sure the knee's not over the toe. If it is, strengthen, lengthen up. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. You're going to go to high lunge. So here for a second or two, then move in the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, and you're pushing into this pose. You are pushing into it. And then you settle in the pose and you accept where you are. And slide into the upper dog or modify it how you have to. Maybe you're just to your hands and knees. That's fine too. Or the small cobra. Wherever you are, you're going to accept it. Whatever you're doing is perfect. Don't judge it. Let go of the mindset of judgment. Let go of the mindset of trying to be somewhere. Downward dog, pushing into it. Focusing on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now left foot is up between the hands, low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight, maybe arch. Making sure the front knee's not over the toe, to your palms or your fingertips. Just find out where you are, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, high lunge. So here for a second or two, then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push it down. Now exhale, last one, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Let yourself breathe, focusing on the breathing. And again, that focusing on the breathing is the link that allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. Palms to the sides of the feet, right leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are pushing forward, they're square. Making sure the front knee's not over the toe, back is straight, maybe arch you to your palms and maybe to your fingertips. Just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, so here for a second or two, and then downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, heels towards the floor, elbows to the ceiling. And then slide into the upper dog, dropping down to the knees and the chest, slide up, or do the small cobra, or maybe you're to your hands and knees, wherever you are, just accept it. Just make sure you're focusing on the breathing. If you're focused, downward dog, if you're focused on the breathing, and your mind and body is connecting, you're doing yoga. No matter how the pose looks or how you think the pose should look, you're letting go of that mindset. You're becoming one. Doesn't matter how the pose looks. As long as you're doing what you can do. So, right foot is up, low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back straight, or maybe arch, making sure the front knee's not over the toe, to your palms or your fingertips. Just find out where you are, settle there, accept it, focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, high lunge, settle here for a second or two, then move into the standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale, push the air down and out. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. Remember with mountain pose, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. Find the spot where the skeleton is just standing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You're just watching yourself breathe. Now with the breathing, you're already breathing automatically. So you're letting go of the mindset of control and just watching the breathing. Now, we're going to do the tree. So with the tree, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. And then the left foot is going to go up. Now, goes into the side of the right leg, inside of the right leg. Left knee is back as much as you can, and your palms go up. All I'm doing is a symbolic hand gesture when the hands disappear from the camera. And you can start here. A lot of people start here, and they inhale and they go up. I go like this. That's how I was taught. Now, you're going to modify this pose, stay in the pose, but you're going to modify it if you need to by putting the toe down or going to the wall, whatever you need to do. Just accept where you are. And then here, the knee is bent, maybe, most likely. Hips are tilted, arms are up. And you're finding that spot where the skeleton's standing. No tension anywhere. There's no effort in it. And then every once in a while, maybe there is like, whoa. You're like, whoa, but fall. That's okay. Finding out where you are, focusing on the breathing, and thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And then go ahead and release. Palms together. And then the other tree, the other side. So toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Right leg is up. Now the right knee goes back, so you kind of get square. This is parallel to the wall behind you, or just square. Shoulders are square. Again, all I'm doing with my hands disappear out of the camera. I know they disappear because I don't have a great camera. So palms together, symbolic hand gesture. So the fingers are locked. Index fingers touch or point, thumbs are together, or maybe the left thumb is over. You can go in, inhale here, or go up. Whatever you like to do, modify the pose how you have to, and just focus on the breathing. thinking of nothing else but the breathing. I'm going to go ahead and release. And then check it out. Now we're going to do the modification of the King Dancer. So with the King Dancer, same concept. So the toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Right leg goes up. Now usually you go from the tree into the King Dancer, but that's not what we're doing today. So left arm is up, you're reaching up, and you're pushing the right foot into the hands slightly. Technically, you would go down, pushing, and almost like a bow. So you're bowing. To bow, you push the foot into the hand or the feet into the hand. That allows you to bow up. But that's not what we're doing. So we're going here, reaching up, getting tall, but you are pushing the foot into the hand and just focusing on the breathing, doing the best you can. We're not going to sit here long. Whoa, see, I almost fell. And then go ahead and release. When I'm talking, I'm not thinking about my balance. I'm just talking. So the other side, right arm is up, reaching up, pushing the foot into the hand slightly. And then if you can, you're going to go out. For me, my hip hurts. Constant. Not always. Sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it does. It's coming from my spine. So you're reaching up, push the foot into the hand, just focusing on the breathing. And that's all we're going to do with the King Dancer. So shake it out. And now you're going to go to easy pose. So with the mat, if you're on the mat, you're going to go to the back of the mat. If not, go in the center if you want. Go wherever you want. I go in the front just so I can be in front of the camera. So with the easy pose is the modification of the lotus pose. I got something on my foot. Piece of paint. I don't know where. It's white paint. Walls are gray. Not all. Some of the walls are white. So back is straight. Hands are in front. They're to your knees or your lap. Maybe you're leaning against the wall. Maybe one leg is up. Whatever you're doing. Maybe you're doing this because it's too much on your lower back. That is fine. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are is fine. As long as your mind and body is connecting as one, you're doing yoga. That is yoga, the oneness. So your awareness is on the breathing, focusing on the breathing. And tilt the head to the right ear is to the right shoulder, left shoulder stays down, back stays straight. And you're just focused on the breathing. Now here, the focusing on the breathing allows you to be aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck. But you're not focused on that. You're focused on the breathing, which heightens your awareness, makes you aware of the stretch in your neck. Maybe it makes you aware of maybe a little ache in your knee or your lower back, or the discomfort somewhere. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focused on the breathing. You're aware of it, but you're not focused. Very important mindset to take off the mat. Bring the head to center, tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder, back is straight, shoulders are level, right shoulders down, focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Head to center, tilt the head back. So you're not drawing the head back, you're reaching up, back is straight, and the chin's going up. Bring the chin down to the chest. Keep the back straight, so the chin is going to the chest. Just the head is tilting. The head is going down. Of course, the neck is going down a little bit. But you don't want to roll over. You want to keep the back straight as you can. Just focus on the breathing. The head goes back to center. Neck rolls, drop the head to the right, down and around. The head drops down and goes around. You're exhaling as the head goes up and back. You're inhaling. You're just focused on the breathing, linking the movement with the breathing. Very important. That's what allows the movement to become a form of a moving meditation, linking the breathing with the movement. And then when the head goes to the top, you're going to drop the head down, exhaling, head goes up, inhaling, focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing, which makes you aware of the movement. But you're not focused on the movement, you're aware of the movement. There's a difference. Focusing on the breathing heightens your awareness. And when the head goes to the top, it brings up the center. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down and around. Shoulders go up. You're inhaling as the shoulders go back and down. You're exhaling. Again, linking the movement with the breathing. And when the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. And when the shoulders go to the ears, yourself the center. The trunk rotation is dropping down to the right, down and around. You go down and around, the back is straight, and you're reaching out and you're exhaling. And when you're going up, that's when you're inhaling. Make sure the body is following the breathing, linking the movement with the breathing, and you're focused on the breathing. Just make sure you're aware of the movement. The focus heightens your awareness, allowing the movement to become a form of a moving meditation. And then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And then when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to the center. Now half spinal twist. So your left hand to the right knee, right arm goes up, pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, so the back arm is straight. And as it gets to the back, the head is twisting, and you're focused on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. Allow yourself to be pushed out. Allow yourself to go in. And you're focused on the breathing, aware of that movement. It's a very subtle movement, but you're aware of it. Go ahead and release. Back to center. Now you're going to do the other side. So right hand is on the left knee, left arm is up, pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, center of the back, arm is straight. It's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Again, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, pushing you out of the pose. And when you exhale, you go back into the pose a little bit more. Or not a little bit more, you go back into the pose. And you're just aware of that movement, but focused on the breathing. You're not focused on that movement, you're just aware of it. Make sure the head is twisting. And release. Back to center, hands in front, back straight. Just watching yourself breathe here. Now here, you're just watching yourself breathe, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And you're already breathing automatically, so you're not controlling it, you're just watching it. So when you're inhaling, the belly swells with air. When you exhale, the belly goes in. So there is where the awareness is. Or you watch the air go in and out of your nose. You're just watching it. You're not controlling it. You're letting go of the mindset of control and just letting yourself breathe. And reach behind you for the yoga seal. Grab the left wrist with the right hand, and you're leaning forward. Forehead's going down towards the floor. You're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Make yourself back up, hands back in front, back and straight. Awareness is on the breathing. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Don't control it, just watch it. Bring the palms together. Namaste. And that's it. So that's number 66 YouTube Live Yoga Routine, which means I have less than 300 more of these to go. Easy, easy. Once after number 10 or 12 or whatever, it just became part of my morning routine. But with that said, look, I have white paint. The walls are gray and I have white paint. These walls are white over here. But with that said, I might have to change the time from 5:30 to 5 a.m., which does not affect the person at 5:30 because you just watch what I did from 5 to 5:30 at 5:30. Whoa. And I might just have to do that because work, kids, things are changing a little bit. And I said that in the beginning, I might have to switch the times. I'm still going to do it, just the times might have to switch. And I need more time in the morning to get things going. So with that being said, I guess I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Let me think. Should I do 5 a.m. tomorrow? Now, let me think. Now, if I do 5 a.m., I'll start it sometime next week. So I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.